Okay, this is just an instructional video on how to use Audacity, and I'm not going to be going over the entire program here. I just want you to get familiar with some of the basic setup. So you can see along the top, you've got buttons you've probably seen before: pause, play, stop, go backwards, forwards, and then record. So what I'm going to show you today is how to record, and then how to add a track, and then how to cut and paste, and then generate effects if you'd like to do that. So the first thing we need to do is hit record. And let me just do this really quickly. Okay, this is just a test. Okay, I added a cough there because later what I want to do is cut and paste. Anyway, so to make sure it's all playing right and that your microphone is set up, you just drag this little cursor back to the beginning and then hit play just to make sure it recorded everything. Okay, this is just a test. Okay, so that definitely recorded. Now, if you want to add some music or something like that, you can definitely add a track. So I'm going to add a new track here. And then what I want to do is bring the track into the program. And the way you do this is by going to the top to audio, to file, and then import audio. Now I've already created a test sample here, and so I'm just going to import that into the program. Let me see, it looks like it added an extra track, which I didn't need. Okay, so now what will happen is if we play these, okay, this is just a test. This is just a test. Okay, you can see that these tracks are playing at the same time, and we don't really want to do that. So as you heard down here at the bottom, there is some music. And I know about this point in here is a section that I don't really want. So I'm just going to highlight it, and I'm going to go up to the cut. And I'm going to cut that off. In fact, I'm going to cut it off even further because I think I had a bit of speaking there. Okay, even now, this won't quite work because if I hit play, you'd hear the music and then you'd hear my voice. I'd like to have just a little bit of a musical background to this. And so an easy way to do this is to just cut and paste. And so let me hit play again and you'll hear what happens. Okay, this is just a test. Okay, so clearly I don't want the cough. So what I'm going to do is come up here and do the same thing I did before. Just delete the cough. Now this is a nice little feature because there may be places in here that you want to cut out. I made a podcast a few years ago and I kept saying the word And so what I did was I went through and chopped out all the ums. It took a little bit, but we'll shorten that up. Okay, so now we've got some music at the beginning and then we've got me saying this is a test. So other things you can do with this, you can generate effects. And so what I like to do is do a fade in with the music. And so what I'm going to do here is have it fade in for this particular section. And what that means is it starts off very quiet and then builds up. So let me go up here and you can hear what this is doing. Okay, so that will bring it up to the volume that it was before. So let's try this again so you can hear that. Okay, this is just a test. Okay, so now we have a very simple recording, a little bit of music in the beginning with a fade in, and then the music gets louder, and then you've got my voice. Now you can keep the music going, and you can certainly bring the volume down by clicking on this. You can bring the volume of the music really far down. You can always add music at the end and have it fade out, where it's the normal sound and then it goes down to nothing at the very end. But you can see this is a pretty handy thing, and there's lots of other things you can do with this, which I'm not going to go through. Now, when you are done, you can save your project to your computer, which you definitely should do. What I'm going to do is export it. Now, I talked about this when I showed the PowerPoint slides. There is an add-on feature that you have to download for Audacity that allows you to save the files in different formats. So I'm going to save this as an MP3 because then I can upload this into my Wix website. So let me do that really quickly. And it's done that. I think I'm already in, I'm going to make this Audacity number 2. Test 2. And then save it. And then you can add all the metadata here if you'd like to. Okay, and my file is saved. So now I have an MP3 file. So that's how you can make a podcast. Now, obviously yours is going to be longer. You may add more music, more sound effects, and so on. But that is how you use Audacity.